Hello everyone and welcome to my booktube channel. My name is Sarah and today I'm going to be doing the Marvel Avengers book tag. I believe this tag was originally created by YA by the way, but I think it was tweaked by Christine over at Pullin' Bananas Books, so I will leave a link to both of their videos in the description box below. I've actually been planning on doing this tag since I very first started my channel, but I just sort of forgot about it. It got pushed into the back of my mind. But then yesterday I bought this shirt. I don't know if you can see it. And then I remembered that I really wanted to do this tag. So basically the premise of this tag is pairing different Avengers with bookish questions, and so now I'm going to answer them. Let's get started. Question number 1, Iron Man, a favorite first book in a series. For this I'm going to have to go with a book that I don't think I've ever actually talked about on my channel, and that is Defiance by C.J. Redwine. This is a sort of fantasy dystopian series, and I actually have not read any of the other books in the series, but I really loved this one, and I tried to get into the sequel and I wasn't really feeling it, and I might still go back to it, but for now this is just a real favorite of mine. I'll just read a little bit off the back to give you a feel for what this is about. Trained by her father to be a warrior, tempted by the boy she cannot have, branded by her leader as a rebel, plunged into a world of danger and deception, Rachel must risk everything. The fate of her world depends on it. Question number 2, Captain America, a book that takes place in a different time period. For this one I have to go with The Game of Love and Death by Martha Brockenborough. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce her last name. This is an amazing story set in World War II. It was one of my favorite books of last year. It's sort of a twist on mythology and historical fiction. Basically, the premise of this book is that love and death are these gods, and I think it's every 7 years that they get together and they pick out a couple. They basically bet on whether or not they're going to make it or not. Obviously, love thinks that they will be together forever, and death believes that either things will go wrong or they will die. And so it's a romance and a historical drama, and it's so good. Question number 3. Thor, a character that was more appealing once they were cast in either their TV or film adaptation. And for this one I'm going to have to go with Valentine Morgenstern from the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. I mean, I liked him well enough as a villain, and then Jonathan Rhys-Meyers was cast as him in the movie, and you know, I started to rethink all of that, and he suddenly became a whole lot more appealing. Question 4, Hawkeye, a book that you loved but then became insecure when other people didn't love it quite as much. I don't really get insecure about liking or not liking books just because I feel like we all have our own opinions. We don't have to get in a fight over it. We can just have different opinions and that can be cool. But one book that I felt like I had a very different opinion of than most people was The Heir by Kiera Cass. I did actually like this one a lot more than I thought I was going to, and I know that a lot of people have the complaint that the main character is very unlikable, and while I do agree, I think it was done purposefully, and I saw that throughout the novel. And as a fellow writer, I respected what Kiera Cass did with this character, and so I liked it a lot more than most people did. If you guys don't know, this is a continuation of the Selection series. It's technically a part of the series, but I like to think of it as more of a spin-off duology because it follows America Singer's daughter. I don't love this book by any means, but I did enjoy it a lot more than most people. Question number 5, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. Pick a favorite sibling duo. And I'm going to have to go with the Weasley twins, Fred and George from the Harry Potter series. They are ginger and they are precious and they are like so funny. Love their dialogue. We won't speak of what happened in Deathly Hallows, okay? We won't speak of it. Question number 6, Loki, a villain that you can't help but love. And I mean, when he's being played by Tom Hiddleston, how could you not love him? For this one, I'm going to have to go with Adwin? I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce his name, but sort of the main villain in the Truth Witch series by Susan Dennard. I think that he has a lot of potential as a character, and while I don't exactly know where Susan is going to take everything, I have high hopes for his character arc, and like,
I ship him with Assault. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I ship that. I ship it so hard.
he is a villain and he does creepy, disturbing things, but I still like him. Question number 7, Ant-Man. Pick a book that you've been meaning to get to but just haven't gotten around to yet. I've talked about this a couple of times on my channel already, but that is Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. It is on my TBR for this month, and I do intend to get to it. I know for a lot of people this is their favorite book in the series, and I'm really looking forward to it. Question number 8. Hulk, a book that you can't talk about without getting really flustered. I'm not entirely sure if they meant like really angry or you just have a hard time formulating words when it comes to this book. And if that is the case, there is a specific book that I can't talk about without flailing around. I think we all know what this is gonna be, but it's We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. Hello, my name is Sarah. I do the booktubes. I love We Were Liars. This book follows a family of rich kids that meet on an island every summer. But one year, something goes terribly wrong and our main character loses all memory of it, and so it is her journey of trying to discover what she has lost. I swear everybody who knows me is so annoyed by how much I talk about We Were Liars, but sorry not sorry. Question number 9, Ultron, a favorite snobby child. For this, I have to go with Richard Gansey III from the Raven Boys series by Maggie Stiefvater. And Gansey is like a snobby child, and he knows that he's snobby, but he doesn't mean to be snobby, he just is. He's not my favorite of the Raven Boys, I'll give you that. But I still really love him, and he is snobby, but I forgive him. Question number 10, Black Widow. Pick a side character that you wish had their own novel. For this, I'm definitely going to have to go with Nash Windrider from Lost Stars by Claudia Gray. This is a Star Wars book. It is not about any of the main characters in the Star Wars universe that we are used to. However, it is set during the same time as the original trilogy, and so you do see different little cameos from people such as Princess Leia. Nash Windrider is not one of the main characters, he's more of a side character, and in fact, he has a dark side. But the dark side. Okay, I'm so sorry. I really love Nash. I think he's really witty and funny and sarcastic. And a lot of his backstory is mentioned in this book, but I would really love a whole separate novel where and delve a little bit deeper into his past. So that is it for the Marvel Avengers book tag. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm just going to tag some people off the top of my head right now that I know are Marvel fans. Milla from Milla Gabrielle, Grace from G-Swizzle Books, and Angus from AW Studios Books. You guys should let me know down below some of your favorite Marvel characters, and also if you've seen the new Civil War movie, what you thought of it. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here. I post new videos twice a week. If you guys would like to follow me on Twitter or any of my social medias, I will leave the links to those in the description box below as always. But most of all, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye!